Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here today to check out the latest video song from Oceans of Slumber, Where Gods Fear to Speak. Aquaman sent me a message, Turkish Aquaman that is, but I already had this on my radar, so fear not, Samir, I had you covered. So, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
By the way, they signed with Season of Mist, they're no longer with Century Media,
Really?
which kind of caught me off guard. I didn't know they were changing labels, so I guess the previous record was the last one on that deal. So anyhow, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't expect it in that way. Dragging. By the way, before we talk about the song or the video, well, a little bit about the video, but before we talk about the song, let me just say this. I watched today's, there's a new special from Jimmy Carr. You know Jimmy Carr?
Yeah.
There's a new special on Netflix. One of his new special is on Netflix. And there's a joke there, which this reminded me of, where he says, "My girlfriend is into binding, but turns out she's scared of trains." Did you get it?
Oh.
Anyhow, he delivers it way better than I do. But anyhow, it was yeah, it's a good special. I mean, if you like his style of comedy, if it's not your
His
cup.
laugh.
Oh fuck it. Dude, his laugh is fucking annoying. But his style of comedy is definitely like, I like the one-liners. It's like I like it. The guy he's not for everybody. He's not everybody's cup of tea.
Oh, it's exactly what I swear to God, he was at a roast and someone said he looks like one of Jeff Dunham's puppets.
He does actually.
Was turned alive.
Just with better jokes.
No, Jeff Dunham. Come on, put respect on Jeff Dunham.
All right, fine. I like Jeff Dunham, but I like this guy. I like his one-liners. Like, I just like his style. I don't like his laugh, but I like his style. So and he went through. Oh man, it's like I said, if you're into him, go check out that new Netflix special. Anyhow, we're not here to talk about Jimmy Carr. We're here to talk about Oceans of Slumber, where gods fear to speak. What's your thoughts?
Compared to the other stuff we've done from them, it's my least favorite song we've done from them.
Wow, really? Care to elaborate?
I don't even know how I'm supposed to. The song.
That's the laziest comment ever.
No.
My least favorite song from them that we've checked out on the channel. Well, Care to elaborate? I don't even know what to say.
I don't even know where to start. No, it's the song. It takes you on a journey, but the journey, I'm not feeling it, and it's just compared to what I've heard from them before and the stuff I do like. It's not. It's my least favorite one. Like, the other ones, I feel like when I listened to it, the feeling I had from start to finish was enjoyment, and I was engaged in the story. This one, I wasn't engaged in the journey that it was trying to take me on. I feel like it was trying to take me on so many different paths. It's like a maze where you're lucky if you go into the front of the maze and you make it to the end in one try. This was
most often you don't.
This was a lot of hitting brick walls and going back out, right? This song, a lot of going into new places, then coming back out, then going into new places and coming back out. It is a 6-minute song, almost 7-minute song, so it is allowed to do that because with the length of the song. But I just felt uninterested in some of the places it was taking me.
So you were interested, and then it's like,
yes.
And then you would get interested again.
That's why I'm saying it's my least favorite song, because yes, there were stuff. There's a lot of stuff I do like about this song. But some of the places it took me, I was very uninterested with it until it went back to the main, journey. I was a little bit uninterested. It's like side quests in a video game. I'm here for the main story. I don't care about delivering mail for John Doe, right? So,
all right, fair enough. Can I speak my piece?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm going to say what I have to say. For me, there's more that I would be sitting here and I would be lying if I would say that this is my favorite Oceans of Slumber song that I've ever heard. I'm not going to sit here and say that because that's not true. Now, normally this is a band that I take it, for me personally, it takes me a few listens to really appreciate what they're doing. Every record that I've reviewed from them on the channel, the first 2-3 times even going through the record, I'm yet to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So they're a band, for me, personally, it always takes a few times going through it to kind of become a little bit more adapted to the journey that they're putting forward. So I'm not walking blindly through it. So it takes me a little bit of time. So maybe this is a song that will grow more on me the more that I listen, because I did enjoy the song, but as you, to me, there was certain elements about this track that didn't allow me to completely connect with it. Okay, but I enjoy the song all around. I enjoy the song, but
Well,
it's
I enjoyed portions of the
but
song.
like I said, it's not. I'm not going to sit here and say that this is my new favorite
Exactly.
song from them. No, the things that I enjoyed about the song is I really like the heaviness of the track, and what I mean by heaviness is I'm not talking about the harsh vocals. I could have lived without.
Honestly, same. Those harsh vocals, I was not feeling them.
To me, it felt a little bit out of place.
They felt
Actually,
out of place, but it also felt way too heavy for what they. So out of place, yeah. Because I was gonna say they felt way too heavy for where they were, and
to me there was no sense of continuity.
and there was no sense of continuity. And then I also felt like when they came back in the portion where it was the three other women with the harsh vocals, I feel like actually the quality of the harsh vocals went down a bit. I don't know if that's.
They were not singing, the other people. They were just
No, but they were just mouthing it. But it was in that scene
okay.
where the quality went lower.
No, for me, I just felt like the harsh. So when I say the song feels heavier, it feels heavier more from
Guitars are very drawn out,
very almost doomish.
Oh, very doomish,
Almost doomish, but heavier, like almost like a death doom sound. So to me, the heaviness is really coming from that. And I don't think the vocals, in my opinion, when it comes to the harsh vocal, I don't feel like they added or subtracted anything.
But I feel like the harsher, because it was like the harsh vocals. There were harsh vocals, but then there was
really deep.
The deeper ones were not needed, in my opinion. Those ones were.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. So for the heavy sound that the song had, because the song had this drawn out, heavy presence to it, I would go as far as to say even dark. There was a dark ambiance. And I'm not saying that there's and when I mean by dark, I don't mean necessarily like saying that the song is like a blackened song, because I don't feel it that way. I feel more like a death doom style track. Yeah. But there was some darkness to the guitar sound, to the drum sound, to how everything was coming about. There's a little bit of darkness. And to me, what was lacking is I felt vocally the song did not have that same vibe. The song vocally felt a lot warmer. It felt a lot richer than what the music was giving me. There's a clear distance between the vibe that I'm getting from the sound and the vibe that I'm getting from the vocals. And there are moments within the song where the two become a little bit closer to one another. And those moments are the moments where I feel more comfortable in the experience of listening to the track. But the moment I'm starting to feel comfortable, something happens that makes me feel slightly uncomfortable. So it's a song that's coming in waves. Like there's like really cool periods, and then there's periods where I'm trying to find my footing into the song, like trying to see where do I belong in this song.
That's why I used mazes as
and then I feel a little bit more comfortable again, and then so it's a track that I think it surprises me with what brings forward. And I don't think Oceans of Slumber is a band that you can put under one single umbrella, and I don't think you can also set expectations for them, because they're constantly evolving and creating new stuff. So if they're not a band that you could say that they have a prototype sound.
No.
And this song comes outside of that. No, I mean it's easier for me to go back now and look at old records and old songs and say, oh, those are Ocean of... Yeah, because I've listened to them now ad nauseum, so the song kind of becomes embedded in your memory and what you expect from it. So I feel like this track maybe will take some time for me. I wouldn't say it's my least favorite. Honestly, it's not my least favorite from them. Well, I can think of a lot other songs from them that just don't hit home.
Maybe songs from like albums that you reviewed, but I'm talking about from stuff I've listened to.
No, and even earlier in their discography. There's some stuff earlier in their discography. I'm
at least from the stuff I remember. Then
I'm just saying this. I've known about this band for a very long time,
of course,
but I was not always as much of a fan of them as I am now. It took me time for me to really grow into their sound. So I'm not gonna sit here and say this is their greatest song ever, because in my opinion it's not. But I'm also not going to say that this is their worst song ever, because it's not. So it's a little bit in between.
I'm not saying
you're saying it's the worst that you've heard on the channel.
It's not
your least favorite.
It's not the worst song they've ever made. It's my least
favorite that we've done on the channel.
Exactly. There's a difference. Worst means it's just really bad. I can see...
Okay, let me rephrase it.
I can see the beauty in the track, and I can see the darkness and everything in the track, but I personally,
is your least favorite.
It's not
So
really
let's replace the word worst with least favorite, making more sense. For me, like I said, it's not their greatest. In my humble opinion, it's not my favorite song from them, but it's also not my least favorite song from them. It's somewhere in between, and I think it's a track that's going to take some time for me to appreciate it. And maybe it's a song that I need to hear it in the context of the record in order for me to feel a little bit more comfortable coming in. Because I don't know where this song is going to sit on the track listing. I don't know what comes before. I don't know what comes after. And I'm an album guy. And there's a lot of times where I check out a single and the single doesn't hit home, but then when I listen to the song in the context of the record, somehow the song then speaks more to me because by the time I got to that track, there were breadcrumbs along the way that allowed me to better digest and better understand the song. So for me, it's a little bit in between. It's an in-between song. That's all I got to say. There's some interesting elements to it, the darkness, the heaviness. There's some interesting elements to this song overall from a musical composition standpoint. My biggest issue is I feel like there's a huge gap between the emotion that I get out of the vocals and the emotion that I get out of the sound. And that to me is my problem. I'm having a hard time bridging those two elements within this track. They're giving me two complete different state of mind, completely different emotions. So it's hard for me to process it when one is making me feel one thing and the other one is making me feel another. So it's hard for me to find a common ground, if you will. So that's where I am.
I agree with you.
All right, perfect. Now, do you agree with us? I'm sure the band doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm sure Aquaman is going to be mad, but hey, dude, it is what it is.
We give our honest opinion.
That is true. That is that is a fact of life. A fact of life. When you come here, you're going to get an honest opinion. You may not agree with us. You might think differently.
It's honest.
But it's our own opinion, and it's an honest opinion, regardless of who our friends are. And on that note, we'll see you all tomorrow with another video.
See ya.